Okay, for example 3, it is a standardized math achievement test, is normally distributed with a mean score of 650. So I'm just going to write that down because in our previous problems, the mean has been useful. And a standard deviation of 50, so I'll add that note here as well. It says Maria had a z-score of 0.8. They want us to find what was Maria's score on the test. And those scores, those are what our x values are. So right now we don't know what x is, but we know what our z-score, standard deviation, and our average was, or our mean score. So we are going to set it up in our formula that you do need to have memorized. So z equals x minus our average over our standard deviation. Plugging in all the information we know the z-score was 0.8. We don't know what x is, so we're going to leave that as a variable. Our average was 650, and then our standard deviation is 50. Now we have an equation that we can solve. So I don't want that 50 anymore because it's being divided. We're going to get rid of it by multiplying both sides by 50. That will give us the value of 40 equals x minus 650. Then we need x by itself, so we'll just add 650 to both sides. This will give us the score that Maria got, which is 690 for her test. Which, if we compare that to the average, it looks like she was above average. And that makes sense. When you're above average, you are going to have a positive z-score. If you are below the average, you are going to have a negative z-score. All right. So then example 4, a standardized reading assessment has a mean score of 480, standard deviation of 60, and Devin earned a z-score of negative 1.5. So this is negative z-score, which means he was below average on his reading assessment. So if we look at the information they give us, our average was 480, our standard deviation was 60, and the z-score was negative 1.5. They want us to find Devin's test score again. So try this one on your own and then hit play again so you can check to make sure you solved it correctly. All right. When you set it up, you should have had the z-score negative 1.5 equal to x minus 480 all over 60. And this one, the z-score was negative, so our answer for x should be less than the average of 480. So you should have started by multiplying both sides by 60. That will give us negative 90 on the left side equals x minus 480. And then we'll add the 480 to both sides, and that gives us his test score of 390 equals x. So if we compare that to the average, it is lower than the average score, which makes sense because he had a negative z-score.